Everybody, Rhys Thomas here of the Rhys Thomas Institute and the Rhys Method coaching programs. And I am going to share with you the number 2 tip for having amazing relationships is, and it's actually something that I'm a little embarrassed about. It's something that I look back at my life and I consider myself a very conscious man, and I always considered myself a conscious person. So maybe when I look back at this, I'm going to think, oh God, what an idiot. But when I look back at my 20s and 30s and how I operated in what I was doing and what I was sharing in the world was I was a tennis pro. I ran 2 really large programs, one with 500 juniors and then one was the big country club position. And I always had lots of people working for me, and I think the most I had was somewhere 18 or 20 people. At any one time working for me, but I probably hired and released over 50 people and worked with thousands. I mean, if not, over 10,000, but thousands of people of private, group lessons and, huge groups. We had 500 juniors in our program, in one of my clubs. And, I was, contacting with everybody and interacting with all these people. And the amazing thing about it was that here I am doing this job and I was really good at what I did, and I was a very good pro and very good instructor, and people got a great service. The problem is when I think back, I don't remember one person that I hired, and I don't remember one person that I taught. Maybe 1 or 2, but really it was like my 20s and 30s were just like a blur. I'm like, what happened? What happened? It's like 25 years of teaching tennis, and the first 20 years of it, I can't remember anybody I hired or anybody that I taught. Maybe a few of my tournament players and things, but basically it just kind of went in one ear and out the other. And the reason was that I didn't understand what a relationship was. I didn't understand what a soul contract was between people. I just thought that you went to work, business is business, you go in, you do your job, and I loved what I did, and so I was very enthusiastic and all that, and I did that really, really well. But when it was over, it was like, boom, paycheck time. And I'd hire my staff, and the same thing. I'd hire them based on their resume and whether they were good or not. And it was just like, you're in, do the job if you can do it, and this is what I expect you to do, and blah blah blah. And we do it, and we just operated, and then like 21 years into this, I started going to energy medicine school. Probably 20 years in, I started going to energy medicine school, and I realized, and I was connected with the soul, and this sort of realization that every relationship that you're in, as I learned to do healing work, which I'd never done before I went to school, I realized that there's this total interplay, and every person you're in relationship with is basically in some way a soul connection for you, and I call them soulmates. And these people have something for you, but the only way to get it out of them is to look them right in the eye and look inside and say, oh, that's what's in there. Let me show you what's in here. And when the 2 of you are willing to see each other and to be with each other and know each other, then the real gift happens. And so the last 4 years that I was a tennis professional and a director at a country club, I know everybody. I remembered everybody. I know them inside and out, and I knew because every person, after I developed this understanding of what a soulmate is and what this relationship is, every person that I interacted with, I had reverence for the relationship. It was sort of like, this is like a sacred opportunity. And I didn't just see it as sort of like, well, this is a person I hire and put out there on the court, and this is a person I give a lesson to and then get paid from, and this is a person I hire to run the pro shop or clean the facility. It wasn't like everybody. I started hiring differently. I started being in a relationship differently. Everything changed. And I'm offering a free webinar next Wednesday, April 11th, from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. That's 5 to 6 p.m. Pacific. And you don't want to miss it, because this is what I'm going to be sharing on there was really what changed it for me. And when I started going to work for the people, not for the money. Okay? And just think about it. It may not be the people, it may not be the money for you. It may be the situation, or the I have to do this because this is a good person does that. If you're doing it for any other reason other than you just want to enjoy the people that are there where you're going to, don't go to work. If you're working for any other reason, then this is a great place to work. I love doing this. I love being with these people, and I'm going to make the best of every situation I've got. That's tip number 2. So click on here. Join me next Wednesday, April 11th at 8 o'clock for Soulmate Secrets, and you will not be disappointed. Bye.